we're gonna talk
do it
about
later.
it.
Oh, something that happened during the break?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what this is. Yeah. So right now we're going to play to the max. Confidence in a player leading his team to the finals, like Jimmy Butler has done. Nuno.
So this is for next year.
Yes, yes, Jay.
Well, it
Can't be this year, Jay. I don't know if you're familiar with the rules, but
Yeah, I
now
don't
the
know
finals
if
are
you're familiar
set.
with the rules, Jay. It can't be this year.
Yeah.
So it has to be for next year. And we're not talking about the year after because we don't know,
Jay saw game one. He's like, can we get someone else to play the Nuggets? Go ahead.
That's why I gave you my predictions for next year because this series is over. But that's fine.
All right. The first player we'll start with, Luka Doncic. Max, your confidence level in him leading the Mavs to a title run like Jimmy Butler. 0-50 or to the max?
To the max. But we're talking about next year or period?
Yes, next year.
50. And it's not 0 because Luka is that good, but Mark Cuban has dropped the ball here. He had a guy in the building he could have had on the cheap. He did not get it done, and then he had to trade stuff he had to get a guy who may not be as good for this team. So, but because it's Luka, I can't go 0. So I'll go 50.
Gave him that opportunity, huh?
Yeah. To the max, man. Max, how old is Luka Doncic?
But next year?
Yeah.
To the max, he's going to. So that means, yes, he's going to the finals next year.
He has a legitimate
Max
chance to
means
lead
yes,
his team
Max.
to the finals. Yes, that's what Max means.
Max,
yes,
he's going to.
You came up with Max. So
This is your game.
Max. This is your deal.
Confidence seems to me to be, if you're to the max, it means he's going
The
to be there
cat's
next
24 years old, and I do think if they're able to re-sign Kyrie, Nico Harris and company, they will make the right moves to bring in the pieces. They're not that far away. Don't let last year confuse you that Kyrie and Luka, when their whole roster has been dismantled to get Kyrie, that all of a sudden they're that far away from an NBA championship. They ain't that far off.
You would think that to the max, though, means that you have now used your max in the Western Conference. Like, you can't now use another max in the
Why
Western
not?
Conference. Because then there'd be two teams.
In
Why
the
you
middle of the
changing the
game,
rules?
Max.
No, because then there'd be two teams in the finals from the same conference.
We're moving. Max, stop it.
All right, go ahead.
Because if that's the case, then you use your 50. Don't do that.
No,
It's
because
not-
50 can be applied.
God.
I'm saying maybe yes, maybe no. All right, go ahead, Key.
0. I
There you
understand. I understand the fact that y'all enamored with him and Luka this and Luka that, and he's a big guard. We haven't seen a guy do this in 100 years, and I get all that. But 0, man. I understand Kyrie came there late and they dismantled the team. They didn't bring back Jalen Brunson. We saw what happened with that situation. But it's 0. I get it. You're enamored with him. He's really a walking bucket, all of those sort of things. But he's got to work on his defensive effort, right, Jay? He's also got to work on his attitude. He's got a bad attitude to be a supposedly leader. I'm just saying. But that's me, 0.
All right.
They have been to the Western Conference Finals before. I'm just
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying. Okay.
All right. Next player, Joel Embiid. Your confidence level in him leading the 76ers to a playoff type, finals type of run.
What?
Pat's confused. Pat's just distracted.
Or the Knicks. Which one?
Yeah, the Knicks. We're talking Knicks or Sixers.
Whatever team Embiid is on next year, your confidence level in him taking him to the finals, 0-50 or to the max?
To the max.
I'll take it. I'll go 50 Key.
Wow.
Because I want to say to the max. The only thing I get worried, and I actually think Nick Nurse is the right coach tactically for this team. We'll see what happens with James Harden. I know Fred VanVleet wants to be there, so I think that's intriguing. I just wonder about his health when it matters the most. Like, that's my only concern with him.
Yeah,
just
I'll
health.
follow Jay up on everything he just said, and I'll go 50 because that's exactly where I'm at. I'm talking about the health. Is Nick Nurse even going to run him into the ground?
Damn.
I'll go 50 because he's that kind of player, but who knows what the team's going to look like. Like, we need to see. You would think Daryl Morey GMing the team, they're going to have a shot. Let's go 50.
All right. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 0-50 or to the max, your confidence level in him being able to lead his team to a finals run?
Who you asking?
Go ahead, Jay. You start. Since you know how to play.
Well, I don't really want to say 0, but
I know. I mean, out of respect for Shea, I'll give it 50. Just because my man averaged 31 points per game.
You think they're good enough to get to the finals, though?
But, OKC, low-key going to have a squad.
Pretty good, yeah.
They're going to have a squad next year.
Actually,
they're young.
Similar to Miami, you wouldn't think it, but if someone is special, maybe.
That's why I like 50. But I mean, it's between 50 and 0. Like, you know, it's
0.
Yeah,
I mean, let's just keep it 100.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it has nothing to do with him, because he's displayed his talent and his ability, just like you said, when you look at the point total. But I'm also looking at the West. And yes, they're young, but there's other teams that's young too. I mean, so, yeah, not a chance. 0.
Next.
All right, last one.
That was a waste, Snoop.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty bad.
Is it though?
No.
Okay, well then take it to the
here's
max.
the
That's why,
problem.
I said 50,
here's
but
the
yo,
problem.
I just don't. I'm not trying to sleep on. Like, OKC is live, yo.
Well, I mean,
Like OKC is similar to me and how I feel about like what Denver is to y'all. I'm not saying they are Denver, but a lot of people don't watch OKC because they're not like in the national media
They're on late,
stream
yeah.
a ton. But OKC is a live team to watch. They're a young and upcoming squad that has potential.
They got a GM who's also going to make sure there's young talent on the team. Yeah.
Okay.
all right,
Going to the finals.
all right. Last one, because Key, wants to talk about Pat and his horrendous takes.
No. I'm just saying,
I know. All good. Ja Morant, 0-50 or to the max. Your confidence level in him leading the Grizzlies to the finals next year.
I'm going to go 50 just because I don't know how many games my man's going to be suspended for next year. Hearing that presser from Adam Silver yesterday was concerning for me. Adam is always extremely cautious with his words, his history as a lawyer. He's been player-centric as the leader of the NBA for a very long time. I'm concerned about Ja Morant and his availability for next year, so I'll go 50. On top of the questions, Key, I have from a personnel and a roster perspective with that 3-and-D guy in leadership.
Everything Jay said and then some, I'm going to go 0 in this situation, because clearly when Ja is missing in action, so to speak, and he comes back, the team just, for whatever reason, goes in a different direction. It's just too much for me, based on what Adam Silver said yesterday, to believe that everything is going to be fine and they'll be able to get through it. It just doesn't feel like that. So I'm going to go 0.
I'm going to go 0 also. There's the issue of Ja being able to elevate his team. Like, his excellent play has not resulted in more wins for the team when he's been on the court, which is bizarre, right? He has to learn how to elevate the players around him. But he has to get on the court. And from the way the commissioner's talking, we got to see how much he even plays, which tells me he's got to get things straightened out in his life. So I don't think he's ready to lead a team to the finals. Not yet. Not next year. And that's 0, 50, or to the max. Adam Silver, speaking of Ja Morant, spoke on Ja Morant. Did he leave us with more questions than answers? That's coming up, KJM.
We've uncovered a fair